Hello, hello, my friends. Good afternoon. I am here and we are going to have a little class in English about 15 words for money in English. So how y'all doing today? Everybody doing good? All right. So let's get started here. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Dave. So we are going to have a little English class and talk about words related to money. So how many words do you know for money? How many words do you know for money? Go ahead, type it in the chat below. List as many words as you can for talking about money, all right? As many synonyms. See how many of these words you already know. Hello. Somebody's saying good afternoon. Hello, hello. Somebody from Facebook probably are inside our Learn English Mastermind group, so that's why I can't see the name here. But I know there's lots of people watching. Daryl Bailey says bucks. Very good, Daryl. That is a good word for money in English. All right, so go ahead. You guys keep posting more words for money there. And we are going to talk about 15 words for money. So Daryl, go ahead and write a sentence for us with bucks. All right. Khalifa says spatial words. I don't understand what you mean, Khalifa. What do you mean by spatial words? If you want to explain what you want to say or what you want me to do. If you want an example. All right. Nashi says hello. Hello, Nashi. Says hello from France. Hello, Joelle. Hello, France. How y'all doing? All right, Daryl, and dollars. Yes, Daryl, very good. More words for money. Okay, so let me show you here real quick where I'm getting lesson from. So you can see here on the screen that we are looking at the English, Learn English Like a Maven. So if you guys want to join our group, we have all kinds of cool things for you to interact here, classes that I've already recorded, and lessons and videos and exercises and people introducing themselves where you can meet some really amazing people, English students. All right, very good. So we're going to keep on scrolling down here. I'm going to actually show you the lesson that someone posted here that I'm going to show you. Here it is right here. Abdu Didu has this lesson that he posted for us, so that's where I'm taking these words from. So Abdu, a very good exercise that you posted here. All right, fantastic. So let's come on back here. Daryl says, I bought the cell phone for 400 bucks. Yes, very good sentence, Daryl. 400 bucks, $400. All right, so let's go ahead and I'm going to show you the first word, which is donation. Donation. Do you guys know what donation means? If you know what donation means, go ahead and write it in the comments there. Tell me what you think donation means, and you can also write a sentence with the word donation. All right? So I will wait here for a minute for you to talk about what the word donation means. And I see more comments here from people in Facebook as well. For some reason, when you're on Facebook, it doesn't always show me the name. I think it's when you're inside the group. Somebody's saying, lovely, amazing, and wonderful afternoon. All right. Yes, it's an amazing and wonderful afternoon. All right. Anybody have a guess about what donation means? Okay. So here we go. Joelle is saying it's when you give your money to somebody. Yes, Joelle. Very good. A donation is when you give money to a charity, right? When somebody doesn't give you something in return, it's just a donation. You give it because you want to, because you're a good person. Fantastic. All right, anybody want to write a sentence with donation? How can we use the word donation in a sentence? I'll wait a second for you to type it in there, and I will also show you, hang on, I'll show you donation again. Okay, so that's how you spell it, donation. And I'm going to show you, okay, here we go. Right, Joelle saying it's a gift with money. That's right, Joelle. Very good. All right, yeah, somebody's saying here it's this 3 a.m. I know. Depending where you are, it might not be afternoon. Here where I am, it's still afternoon and the sun is out. Okay, next word is fee. Fee. All right, what is a fee and how would you use this word? Okay, so go ahead, type in a meaning or a sample sentence with the word fee, right? Okay, going back to donation, that is true. Aziz is saying that a donation is a gift. Very good, Aziz, that is correct. It's money that you give that is a gift. You don't owe anybody for it. A fee is different, right? A fee is when you owe money for something, so you have to pay a fee. For example, like at your school, right? So you would pay a school fee. All right, he had to pay his school fees. That would be one way that you could use that sentence. All right, someone is saying, let's see here, show for you. Thank you, sir. You are welcome. Very happy. Thank you for being here. All right, so that word was fee. Okay, so the next word is dowry. Dowry. Who knows what a dowry is? Does anybody know what a dowry is? Yes, okay. Very good. I see some examples coming in. I think my internet's a little slow. Like I talk, it goes to you, you answer, it comes back to me. So we're going to talk about dowry, but going back to fee, Joelle says a fee is when you have to pay something. That's correct. Very good. Someone says fee is money you pay for your school or any formation. Example, school fees. Yes. Very, very good. All right. Omar's coming in here. Hello, Omar. How are you? All right. So going back to our word dowry, what is a dowry? Does anybody know? Let's go back to our chat here. A dowry is what you pay when someone is going to get married. So for example, in some cultures, when a man wants to marry a woman, he pays a dowry. All right, a dowry. Hey, Ramin, how are you? Welcome, welcome. All right, so if you guys want to write a sentence with dowry, and then we can correct that if there's any mistakes or if it's right, we can discuss it, or if you have any questions. Meantime, I'm going to show you the next word, okay? The next word coming up is alimony, okay? alimony. Who knows what alimony is? I'm throwing the hard words first. Later, we're going to get to the easy words. Probably most of you know a lot of these words, but we are throwing the hard words in right away. Gerson Santana says dowry. Yes, Gerson, very good. Okay, good. Here is a sample sentence that someone wrote in. Hi, dowry for woman when she is married. Yes, Yasmin. So when a woman gets married, that is a dowry. Correct. All right, Ramin. Ramin from Iraq. Hi, Ramin. From Iran. Sorry, I read that wrong. Iran. Welcome, Ramin, and welcome, Iran. Hello to everyone in Iran today. All right, someone says, I'm a beginner in English. All right, nice, very good. Welcome, welcome to all our beginners. Okay, so going back to alimony, right? What is alimony? And you can write a sentence for it. And Omar just sent something in here. I think, Omar, you're talking about alimony when you paid money for something. Yes. Alimony is like, okay, a dowry is when you get married. Alimony is after you get divorced. If a man and a woman split, the man pays the alimony, right? He pays money to help take care of the children. So that is what the word alimony means. Let me show it here again. All right, alimony. All right. So let's see the comments coming in here. We're going back to dowry. In our culture, as a girl, we can take a dowry when we accept the request of a man. Okay, see? So in this person's culture, that when a woman accepts a man's request for marriage, a dowry. All right. Hello, C2. C2's here with us again. Hello, C2. Welcome, welcome. All right. So Joelle is saying alimony is you pay every month for children or a woman. Correct, Joelle. Very good. Alimony. All right. So we've got a bunch more comments rolling in here. One saying, hi, I'm from KSA. Nasser, hello, welcome. Nasser from Afghanistan. So everyone who's watching from KSA and from Afghanistan, welcome, welcome. All right, next word coming up here, debt. Debt. Who knows what debt means? Okay, listen to the pronunciation. It's spelled, let me see if I can find my finger here, right over here, all right? D-E-B-T. D-E-B-T, but you don't pronounce it debit, okay? You don't pronounce the B. The B is silent, so you say debt, debt, all right? So it's almost as if you were, let me see if I can get another word in here. Boom, boom. Let me delete some because I have too many words and I don't have room to write. There we go. So it's almost like you're pronouncing it like this, like debt, okay? However, we spell it like this with a B, debt. So what does debt mean and how can we use it in a sentence? All right, so Nasser says debt means money you have to pay. Correct, Nasser? Very good. So let's say that I borrow money from Nasser. I say, hey, Nasser, I need some money. Can you give me some money? And Nasser says, sure, because Nasser is a very good guy, right? So Nasser gives me $500, right? So now I owe Nasser $500. I have to pay it back. So Nasser says, no, you can pay me back in 30 days. So I have a debt with Nasser, okay? So that is what debt means, money that you have to pay. Right, very good. Joelle says, I think it's money you have to give back to your friend. Correct, Joelle? Very good. It's money that you have to pay back. You get the money, but you have to give it back. All right. So Omar says when you paid money to someone and he will give it back to you. Correct, Omar? Very good. So you gave someone money, but they owe you and they have to pay their debt. All right. Fantastic, guys. This is good. You guys are doing good. Very, very good. Congratulations. Let's continue on. Tax. What is tax? Right? Let me spell the word here, plural, because oftentimes you see it like this, taxes, okay? So you often use tax in the plural. There is a tax on the item, or you pay taxes. Who knows what a tax is, and how can we use this word in a sentence? All right, let me check the comments here. All right, good. There's more sentences coming in from the other words, so we will look at more sample sentences here. But first, let's see what a tax is, and then we'll go back to other words. Nasser is on a roll today. Very good, Nasser. Tax means pay to government. Exactly. So when you work, you make money, but you owe a part of your money to the government. That is called tax. Okay? So sometimes you pay income tax on the money you make. When you buy something, you have to pay taxes. So for example, here, where I think it's like 7% tax on the items that you buy. So the tax is the money that goes to the government. And then what does the government do with your taxes, right? The government is going to pay for schools. They're going to pay for the roads. They're going to pay people to work for the government. So that is, yes, this is right, Joel. You pay taxes for everything. Everything you pay taxes on. No escaping taxes. Very good. Okay? So MD Mamoon Hussein says, tax means that money which you have to pay government for. You buy something, you pay taxes to the government. The government always wants a part of the money. Nasser says, every citizen and company has to pay their taxes on time, otherwise face fines. Very good, Nasser. You are jumping the gun on me, Nasser. We're going to get to fine. Shh, don't give away the secret. Very good, Nasser. So, someone else is saying here, money paid to the government based on your income, correct, right? So, based on your income, you pay money to the government. Hello, Ravi. How you doing? Where are you from, Ravi? Okay, so let me go back and see if I missed anything. Someone saying here, I want to learn the English language. Very good. So you are in the right place. Okay, going back to debt, someone says, actually, you know what? Let me show you the next word, and then I will go back and read the other word. So we just saw tax, and now we are going to see the word fine, okay? This was a word that Nasser used. Nasser said, if you don't pay your taxes, you pay a fine. So that gives you a good clue. What is a fine? Somebody tell us what fine means, and somebody give us a sample sentence with fine. While you guys are typing in, I can read the other comment. Okay? So, fine is the word. Ravi says, I'm from India, sir. All right. Hello, Ravi. Hello, India. Good to have you here. Ravi says, thank you for the live today. You're welcome, Ravi. Very good. I'm happy you're here. Let's go back and read some of these other. Okay, so here's a good one that came in afterwards that I didn't see. So, hello, I am Constant Stifler from Chad. Okay, Constant, yes, I see your posts in the Facebook group. Very good. Nice to see you here. Thank you for participating. So Chad says, debt means money that you have borrowed and you paid it back. Very good. That is a very good sentence. Constant. Okay, fantastic. So let me see if there is anything else here. Okay, someone on Facebook is saying, very good, Dave, abraço. All right, a big abraço back to you. Okay, da-da-dun. Let me see. Here we go. Someone is saying I write Arabic and translate. Okay, that's a good way to do it. If you're learning, you're a beginner, then you can translate while you learn the words and vocabulary. Someone's saying here, okay, MD Mamoon says, I'm from Bangladesh. Nice, very good. Hello, MD Mamoon, and hello, Bangladesh. I'm happy you all are here. All right, so let's go back to our word for today, which is fine. Remember the word that Nasser used? He said, if you don't pay your taxes to the government on time, you will pay a fine. So, Joel says, a fine is the tax you pay when you do something forbidden. When you do something forbidden, you pay a tax. MD Mahmood said a fine is a fee when someone breaks the rules. All right? So a fine is a fee when someone breaks the rules. Very good. So you do something bad, you pay a fine, right? If you're driving your car and you're driving very fast, right? And the police sees you, woo, 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 woo. The police pulls you over and the police writes a fine, okay? Very good. So a fine is what happens when you break the rules. Very good sentences, y'all. Let's go ahead and look at our next word, which is, I think this one's going to be easy. Let's see, salary. Does everyone know what salary means? What does salary mean? And write a sentence with the word salary. All right, so go ahead. While you guys are writing, I'm going to read some of the other sentences here. All right, so Wifagwida says, I want you to help me with the TOEFL exam for ELA. Okay, Wifag, very good. Is there something specific that you want to learn? All right, you just want tips, or do you have questions about the vocabulary? What do you want to know about the TOEFL exam? All right, Gerson Santana says, Dave, what is your Facebook? That's a good question. Let me see. What is my Facebook? It's like my name. It's like David A. Bailey Jr. So it's got the dots between the words. It's kind of complicated. Let me see if I can grab the link here and I will post it for you. Let me see if I can get that. Here we go. Okay. Here you go. Gerson, I will type it in the chat for you to see. And then you can click on it. Okay, good. So, done. Here we go. Words with salary. Good, good. I see many good answers here. Very nice. Nasser's asking, this live program is regular or not? Nasser, I'm still learning how to do this. We're testing this, but we're trying to find something regular. I'm testing different times, testing different ways to see a good way that you guys like. So you can leave in the chat if you like this kind of live, if you want to do something different, and then we can improve it. I know for some people this is very late or very early. For others, this is good. For others, it's not so good. So we're testing to find the right place. Okay, so going back to salary, it's because there's a lot of comments coming in here, so let me find, yes, okay, very good, Joelle. It's the money when you work. Exactly, you work for your money, you make a salary, right? So you work for your money and you make a salary. Very good. Nasser is saying the money you have received because of what you have done. Very good, Nasser. Someone says, hey, go do this and I will pay you money. So that's a salary. The amount of money you have to pay as punishment when we are not obeying rules. Okay, fine, right? That is the word for fine. All right, good. Here's another one, salary. Salary is the money someone earns at the end of the month. Salary is the money someone earns at the end of the month. MD Mamoon Hussein says salary means the money which we get in exchange for work. Okay, that's salary. Very good, y'all. Fantastic. Salary is the money to pay for someone that you pay to someone who has done business with you. All right, so salary. Very good, guys. Fantastic. Fantastic. Okay, so Joelle's saying salary is the money you earn after working for somebody or a society. Fantastic, guys. Very, very good, guys and girls, right? Because I know we have a lot of girls here. So let's look at another word, wages. Who knows what wages are? Does anybody know what wages are? So write what the word wage means and write a sample sentence. While you guys are writing what the word wage means and sample sentences, remember to write sample sentences. Now say, wage means da-da-da-da, and then say, use a sentence with it, 1 or 2 sentences, because then we can practice how it's used and you practice the right way to write your sentences, okay? So that way I can help you correct them if there are mistakes. So while you guys are writing, I'm going to go back and read some other comments. All right, wages are for a short job or quick job. Very good. So Esther says, hello, good morning, sir. Hey, Esther, how you doing? Glad to see you here. So it's morning where you are. It's almost night here where I am. You are in the future and I am in the past. All right. So Wefagwita is saying, I heard about the word, but I don't know what it means. All right. So let me tell you what wages are. Actually, I'm not going to tell you. Nasser already told us wages for a short or quick job. Nasser says a daily job, you make your daily wage, okay? So wages is similar to salary. So you work and you make money, all right? So you work for something, someone pays you, that can be your salary. If it's a short job, a short amount of time, we call it wages, okay? So Joelle says wages means the same thing as salary, right? It's a synonym. They are very similar. Ravi says, wage is monetary compensation paid by an employer to an employee in exchange for work done. Very good, Ravi. That is a very good technical term. Someone writes here from Facebook, wages means the money you earn after working. Yes, so wages means the money you earn after working. Good, good. Let's see if I missed any. Here we go. Here's a good one. A fixed regular payment earned for work or services typically paid on a daily or weekly basis, right? So some people work and they make their salary at the end of the month, right? Other people work and they get paid every day. They go, they work, they make their wages, their daily wages, all right? So that is a good way to explain it. Very good, guys. Fantastic. Moving along here, let's see if I missed anything. Okay, so let's take a look at our next word. Allowance. Who knows what allowance means? Allowance. Go ahead, write in the comments the meaning of the word allowance and write a sample sentence with allowance. While you guys are writing your sentences, I'm going to go back and read some of the other comments because the comments keep rolling in, so I can't read everybody's comments, but I'm trying, so we're going to read as many as we can. Okay, Sarbast is asking, how can I join the meeting on Zoom? Hey, Sarbast, this meeting is not on Zoom. Earlier, I did one on Zoom where I was talking with people. This one, I'm just explaining. This is different. So this one's not on Zoom. It's because if I try to teach while there's other people on Zoom, then it gets complicated. So I think it's better if we separate this. We'll do some with Zoom where we can interact and talk, and then we'll do others without Zoom where I teach and you guys just talk in the comments. All right, let's see some more here. Someone saying, good evening, Professor. Good evening. How are you? Welcome, welcome. Glad you're here. Welcome everyone who is coming in. And I know I missed a lot of comments because there's in here that I can keep up with. So, hello to everyone who's coming in. All right. Good sample sentences coming in from the words that we've already done previously. But we're going to continue on. Our word is allowance. So what is good? Ahmed says budget. Budget is a good word. Ahmed, we are going to get to budget. I think it's on our list. So fantastic. Here we go. We just received a message. Congratulations. We have 100 messages today. So great job, guys. Great job on allowance. I'm looking for the word allowance. There we go. So Joel says, I got a lot of meanings of allowance here. So allowance is money given to people who need money, but they don't earn enough money for living. All right. So it comes from the root word allow, right? To permit. So what happens? If you have children and you give your children money, that's called an allowance, all right? Not necessarily because they work for it, but you give them the money, right? So Joel is saying the people need money, but they don't earn enough, so they get an allowance. They can use it to buy food. They can use it to buy clothes. They can use it to buy something that they need. All right, so let us go back here. I saw some more sentences about allowance. Allowance is money that is given to someone usually on a regular basis in order to help them pay for things. Good. Allowance, all right? So let's see. Here's another good one. Someone on Facebook as well says allowance about money earned daily toward work. This is a good one. Good one, Nasser. It's an accounting word. Allowance is deducted from taxes, all right? Like a tax allowance. So what happens is, let's say that you work and you get your salary, but you also get some extra money for example, travel. Let's say in your work you have to travel a lot, right? So you have to pay for a hotel, you have to pay for food. Those are allowances. It's not your salary. It's money. Let's say that you're going to travel and you have an allowance of $200 to pay for hotel and $50 for a meal, okay? So you can go to a hotel. You might not use all that money for the hotel or for the food, but you have that limit. That's your allowance. Fantastic, guys. Does that make sense? Does everybody understand? All right, so Ahmed is throwing another word here, rent. Yes, Ahmed, very good. All right, someone's saying when the money is destined for orphans, an allowance. Okay, fantastic. So let's move along here. What is another word? We have tips. What are tips? Who knows what tips are? Tell us what the meaning of this word is and give us some sample sentences. What are tips? So while you guys are writing in the comments what tips means and you're writing how to use it, give us some sample sentences. I'm going to read some of the other comments here. So Amr Sabir says, how are you, teacher? I'm from Kurdistan in Iraq. Hello, Amr Sabir, how are you? Welcome. Always good to have people from Kurdistan in Iraq here. So hello, Kurdistan in Iraq. Very good. So who else is here? Someone is saying, I'm learning English like a native speaker. Very good, Omar. Welcome, welcome. See some of the other So, okay, Omar just said, hi, dude. Hey, Omar, I'm going back. I'm reading some of the extra comments that you guys are writing that I didn't have time to read earlier. Okay, so tip. All right, Nasser says point or top, which is correct, but remember we're talking about how to use tips. When someone gives a tip, they pay money as tips. What does that mean? Okay, Joel, very good one. Okay, Ahmed says rent, right? And Joel says rent is money that rich people earn without working. That's a good way to describe it, right? So they have a house, they rent it out to people. Fantastic. So, good, Ahmed, fantastic. Ahmed says, where is Ahmed's comment? Extra money, which you can give for a waiter or any low worker, right? Exactly. So let's say you go to a restaurant. In the restaurant, you buy the food, you eat, and the food costs, you have a bunch of people there and you pay for everybody. And let's say it costs $100. So after you take that $100, you pay for your food, but you give an extra tip to the waiter. So you give an extra 10, 15, 20% to the waiter. So if you really, really like the job that the waiter did, they did a very, very good job, you give them a tip. Okay, so that is a tip, right? So Nasser says, like a gift. Kind of. They worked for it, right? So it's not part of their salary. It's more than their salary. So, for example, here in the United States, usually waiters don't receive a very high salary, okay? They receive a little bit of money, the basics, and then they have to make extra money in tips. So the more they work, the better they serve you, the more they do for you, and to make you happy while you're eating so that you give them a better tip. So they work harder to make you happier, so you give them a better tip. Does that make sense? All right. Okay. Someone says, when you give some advice. Yes, that is true. All right. When you give some advice, that is a tip. But remember that right now we're talking about money. How to use these words for money. Fantastic. So let's go ahead and look at another word here. All right, loan. What is loan? Who knows what loan means? Go ahead and write in the comments loan and write a sample sentence for us. While you guys are writing what it means in your sample sentences, I'm going to read the other words here. Ahmed says, meet you soon. Bye-bye. Okay, Ahmed, guess you got to go. Thank you for being here with us. I appreciate it. All right. Aisa from Algeria. Thanks for your live. You're welcome, Aisa. Hello, Aisa, and hello, Algeria, everyone who is in Algeria. Okay, so going back, let's see, Muhammad, MD Mamoon is asking, what is the difference between tip and tips? Tip, one tip, 2 tips, right? Just kidding. So if you give someone a tip, you give them some advice. If you give them a tip, you pay them money, right? So tip and tips is just the plural form. All right, so going back to loan, what is loan? All right, someone saying to borrow money from someone, right? And Mamoon, loan money from someone, right? Very good. So we have the word borrow and lend. So what happens is the person who takes the money borrows, the person who gives the money loans. I know this can be confusing when you're first learning, so look at the example. Let's say that I have $5, okay, and I give you $5. So I loan you $5. Does that make sense? I give it, I loan it. So you receive it, you borrow. So borrow and loan are similar, all right? So loan is the person who gives, the verb for give, and borrow is the verb for receive. So they're very similar, but loan means to borrow money from someone, right? So the person who receives it borrows it, the person who gives it loans it. MD Mamoon says, borrow money from someone or from a bank. Very good. Nasser says means when you have to pay the money back, usually with interest. That is correct, Nasser. So the bank loans you money. You go to the bank, you say, hey, I need $1,000. The bank says, okay. They give you $1,000 and you pay it back with interest. So the bank gives you $1,000, you give the bank $1,100, right? You pay more than the bank gives you. That's how the bank makes money. Fantastic. Very good. Let us see our next word here. Pension. All right, pension. What is pension? Go ahead, write in the comments what you think pension means and give us a sample sentences. And while you guys are writing, to read some more of the comments here. Sagar Mainul says good. Thank you, Sagar. I'm glad you liked it. Someone from Facebook said a loan is money, property, or other material goods given to another party in exchange for future repayment. Yes, very good. So you give it for future repayment. Fantastic. Let's see if there are more comments here that we missed while everybody's writing your comments. Dun-dun-dun-dun. Okay, good. Looks like we got most of them. All right. Fantastic. So, MD Mamoon Hussein says, money get after retirement from a job. Fantastic. MD Mamoon, good description. So, Nasser says when you retire from a job, the government will pay back to us, right? So, you work for many, many, many years. And then after you retire, you get a pension. It can be from the government. It can be from the company that you worked for. So that is a pension. Joelle is asking, pension is similar to allowance. Yes, it can be similar. We can use them interchangeably. He received a pension. He received an allowance. So they are similar, Joelle. All right, good, good. Okay, so let's jump on to our next word. Chun, 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 chun. What does the word ransom mean? Ransom. Who knows what the word ransom means? Write it in the comments. Write a sample sentence. Ransom. And while you guys are writing, I'm going to go back through the comments, see if we have more comments here. Right. Someone says advice for a person, like tips. Okay, someone says, I thank you for doing a great job. You're welcome. Thank you for watching. Okay, going back to pension. Good. Someone says a pension is a type of retirement plan that provides monthly income in retirement. Correct? All right. Good. So, Joelle says pension is money you receive after working. It's good. That is a very good sentence, Joelle. Fantastic. Pension is money you receive after working 42 years. You work a long, long time, and then your pension. All right. Someone, why you didn't read my comment? I don't know. I'm sorry. I think I missed it. It's because there's lots of comments coming in, and I did not see it. So your name here, it just says Facebook user. So if you want to retype your question, I will try to read your comment. All right. Someone says, I heard about that word, but I don't know the meaning. What is the word? Ransom, right? Just reviewing here. Ransom is, let's see, Nasser says, the money which you don't like to pay, but you have to pay. All right, that's an interesting definition. But what don't you want to pay? Let's see what Joelle says. Joelle says, ransom is money you have to pay to bad people, right? Good. That's a good definition. So give me some examples. When would you have to pay money to bad people? All right. I'll give you a hint. There's a movie called Ransom. It's an old movie a long time ago. Very good, very intense movie. All right. Someone wrote here, okay, pension, but I think you mean ransom. Ransom is a sum of money demanded or paid for the release of a captive. Exactly. Very good. A ransom is the money you pay or the money that's demanded for the release of a captive. So they kidnap somebody and then they demand a ransom. They want $100,000. They want $1 million. Okay, so they say, if you don't give us $1 million, you're never going to see the person again. That is what the word ransom means. Okay, so ransom, that is the we're talking about. Any questions? Do you have any questions about the ransom? So yes, Joelle, it is money you pay to bad people, and it's money that you don't want to have to pay. So when you have to release a captive, you pay ransom. All right, so guys, we have one more word here. One more word, and it is bribe. Bribe. What is bribe? Go ahead and write what the word bribe means and give us a sample sentence. While you guys are writing, I'm going to look at some more comments. Facebook user says, I want to you alive, face to face, to show me my problem. Okay, Facebook user, tomorrow we will probably do more Zoom meetings. So join my Facebook group because we will do some lives in there in Zoom. Before I was posting the Zoom link on YouTube and everywhere, but we had many bad people coming in trying to cause, were saying bad things, they were doing bad things. So unfortunately, because of the Zoom bombers, I can't keep posting the link on YouTube. So I'm posting the link inside my Facebook group. So you go to my profile, find my Facebook group, you join English Like a Maven, and you can see the link for Zoom so we can talk alive, face to face, so I can show you your problem. All right? So you can explain to me what your problem is so I can show you. Good. Continuing on here, what is the word bribe? And we have someone already type in, so let's see what they said. MD Mamoon Hussein says bribe is giving money for illegal activities. Yes. And correct. So when someone does something illegally and they make money for it, it's called a bribe. So you don't work for it, but you have the power to do something. So you say, hey, go ahead, give me the, $50,000 and I will let you do whatever you want, So that is a bribe. Usually you pay bribes to politicians and people who don't necessarily aren't doing the work, but they want a part of the money for themselves. That's abroad. Okay, great. So Connor Rice says, Die, I'm going to get you. You're a fraud. All right, Connor. Very good. Funny. Yeah. So this is why we had problems with Zoom. People would come in Zoom and they would say all kinds of bad things, and we couldn't control it. Here they can make their comments, no problem. That's it, guys. Those are our those are our words for money. 15 words for talking about money in English. So, did you guys enjoy this lesson? Was it useful? If not, it's okay. No problem. Say, no, David, I didn't like this lesson. Do something else and tell me what you want us to do. Because in the next video, then I can do something different. Remember, these are just tests. We're testing things out. So you can go ahead and give me your feedback. Tell me what you think about this kind of lesson. You say, no, David, the words are good, but you took too long to explain, or there weren't enough examples, So tell me what you think, give me your feedback, and we can create better lessons for you in the future. So Nasser says yes. Okay. So I assume, Nasser, that you're saying this is yes, good, really great, that you want more lessons like this. Okay. So if you guys like this format, we do more like this as well. Joel says, thank you very much. You're welcome, Joel. I'm happy you liked it. So, okay. Connor says, sorry, just kidding. No problem, Connor. I know. A lot of people are just sitting at home bored, and so they go around doing crazy and funny things. For participating and watching here with us. So I'm glad you guys all enjoyed this. We will do more lives, more videos where we can learn more, help you learn more things in English, and talk more about things in English. We're also going to do Zooms. Remember, I usually do one Zoom session during the day, and then I do one where I'm just explaining. So if you guys want to join the Zooms tomorrow in the morning, but sometimes it doesn't work out because I have some other things to do, but I will post it on Facebook, so you'll see when we're going live and you can join us. All right. So Tiwari Cigar says, Tiwari, I'm glad you liked it. All right. Some people are still putting in sample sentences here about other words that, okay, so someone's saying it's the money you paid to get a job. Right. Okay, about your salary. Constant from Chad, sharing with us this lesson. I so appreciate it. Stay blessed. All right. You're welcome, Constant. I'm glad you liked it, and I'm glad you joined us and you were here. So, if you include phrase and idiom that works well, then now. Nasser, I don't understand. What are you saying here? If I include phrases and idioms that work well, then now? You're saying like right now in this video, or you're saying in another video that's your suggestion for another video? And if you're saying for another video, then explain to me like what you mean. What do you mean by phrase? I assume you're saying include phrases and idioms that works well then now. I didn't understand that last part there. So if you can clarify that for me. MD Mamoon Hussein says, sir, I want to improve advice about that. MD Mamoon, that is, everybody always asks this question. How can I improve my English? How do I learn English? How to improve my speaking? There's a lot of things you can do. This is a very extensive topic, but let's give you some quick tips on how you can improve your speaking, all right? Number one, you have to study and you have to practice. Many English students, they only study. Okay, so the problem is when you only study and you don't practice, then you learn a lot, don't know how to use it. Some students, they study for 3, 4, 5, 7 years, but they can't talk. So it's important that you practice. Every time you learn something, go practice. Practice to yourself, practice in front of the mirror, practice with your mother, practice with your brothers and sisters, practice with your friends. Even if they don't understand English, just talk to them and then teach them because you're practicing. So as you learn how to speak better, and you practice, you will get better, right? So you have to study and increase your vocabulary. To be a better speaker, you have to increase your vocabulary because vocabulary is what we use to communicate. So if you don't know the word, you won't be able to speak, right? So you have to increase your vocabulary. Every day, learn new words so you can become a better speaker, all right? So number one, practice. Number two, increase your vocabulary. You can do that by reading. You can do that with your dictionary. You can do that, by watching movies or playing video games, but constantly be learning new vocabulary words, how to put those words together, the grammar, how to pronounce those words so you can be a better speaker. Quick framework for you. Number one, you have to know what your level is, okay? Once you know what your level is, because sometimes you're at an intermediate level, but you study like you're a beginner. So if you study and it's too easy, you get bored. If you study and it's too hard, you get frustrated and you give up. So know your level, take a level test, find the right level for you, and study for your level. Study the appropriate material. And then create a plan, an action plan you can follow to study every day, every week, and just stay persistent. Don't give up. Now, there's a lot of tips we can talk about that, but these are just some quick tips I can give you right here. Does that help? Does that make sense? Do you want me to explain something? All right, so someone is asking here, Joe, whoops, when does the video start? Every day? Right now I don't have a set time yet because I'm still testing. Because some people here, but parts of the world there's certainly more testing, different time. So that time I'm not going to say at 9 o'clock every morning or o'clock every night. I'm gonna test different times, and once I find good times, we'll probably try. I hope that answers your question. To improve, it's necessary to study a lot every day by heart. Right. Very good, Joelle. That is good advice. And a lot of times you don't have to stop doing things like, oh, you watch TV, stop watching TV and study grammar. You can watch TV in English, right? On your phone, do things in English constantly and using the things you enjoy. Right. Some of our sound American people. All right. I are to the quick on your throat, the summer, like the rooster. So put your right. This sound right here is the R sound. R. You'll feel your right. So put your hand on your throat and go. That is the R sound. Okay, Yanni said,